The 2017 National Leadership Prayer Breakfast comes at a time when the church is facing a crisis of confidence. There are no allegations of sexual misconduct by one of their own. However, the state and the church came together on Thursday morning to provide a united front. A cry for justice was the clarion call issued by Reverend Dr. Burchell Taylor in his speech address at the National Leadership Prayer Breakfast on Thursday.
Justice is your responsibility. It is my responsibility. What is it saying? It is saying that I am accountable for justice and you are accountable for justice. What is it saying? It is saying that I have a contribution to make to justice and you have a contribution to make to justice. It is saying that none of us sitting here and nobody hearing me ought to be a beneficiary of injustice with a good conscience. It is saying, my friends, none of us sitting here ought to be a recipient of the fruits of injustice and remain smug about it. It is saying that none of us here ought to be dealing unjustly with others and at the same time demanding justice.
He extended a call for mercy to even those who do not deserve it.
Compassion and mercy do not mean disregarding sanctions. Justice demands sanctions. Therefore, I need to say that compassion and mercy do not suspend sanctions. I need to say that justice and mercy do not even necessarily mitigate sanctions. But I need to say, when it comes on to biblical mercy and biblical compassion, what we need to know is that mercy does not stop with the retributive. It does not stop with the deterrent factor. But mercy goes on to the rehabilitative, to the redemptive. And this is where our problem comes, because it is something to be extended to those who even deserve their suffering.
With the death toll exceeding 1,300 in 2016, is the church still relevant? Does a national prayer breakfast still hold any meaning? Chairman of the Prayer Breakfast Committee, Reverend Dr. Stevenson Samuels, says yes.
There are many indicators that show that the breakfast and other initiatives like these, like this one, really is making a strong difference in this nation. From 1980 until now, if you look, political tribalism high in the country. Today, political tribalism is history in Jamaica. The elections in 2016, 2 elections in 1 year, one of the peaceful we have ever seen in this nation. That is absolute proof that what we're doing here today and other initiatives like this, excellent. When you look at what is happening in a community like Augustown, inner city, murder torn. Last year, 2016, 0 murders in 1 year. Absolutely fantastic. Some persons would say that could never happen. I'm telling you, this country has the ability to turn around, and we're looking forward to that happening in a big way.
This was echoed by opposition leader Portia Simpson Miller, who cited the state of crime in the country.
Well, I want to tell you, the country is really in need of prayer. When you think of women being murdered, children being murdered, men being murdered, the only thing that can help us now is really God's intervention to change the hearts of those who think in a wicked way. And I think that the prayer breakfast is good for the country.
Governor General Sir Patrick Allen issued this charge to the room full of leaders.
To remember that at whatever level we lead, or in whatever sphere as followers, as members of organizations, we need to be the best examples of all that is good and all that we wish for our beloved nation. We all need to aspire to and live out the vision of virtue, which we place at the center of our commitment to our communities, to our country, and to our Creator. May we never lose our belief in the power of prayer. Amen. And always be merciful.
I'm Leslie Sherwood for Ceen Caribbean News.